We are living through what sociologists call the Great Emotional Shift. Look at any modern metropolis. Millions of people stacked on top of each other, sharing walls, air, and public transit, yet operating in profound, silent isolation. This chart shows global loneliness rates across different age brackets, based on a recent 8-country study by Washington University. Across the global population, nearly 40% of adults report feeling chronically lonely. But look at the stark spike right here. For young adults between 18 and 24, that figure rises to nearly 1 in 2. This level of isolation carries a biological death toll. U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has equated the mortality risk of chronic loneliness to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Prolonged isolation triggers systemic inflammation, a state where the body's immune system remains on high alert, slowly damaging cardiovascular health and accelerating cognitive decline. Modern society has suffered a structural collapse of relational safety, leaving individuals physically together but biologically alone. That biological toll eventually bleeds into the national wallet. When humans disconnect from one another, it creates a massive, systemic financial liability. This chart breaks down the estimated $406 billion annual cost of loneliness. $7 billion is drained by excess Medicare surcharges from declining physical health, while over $150 billion evaporates through absenteeism and lost productivity. For decades, local communities and physical social networks acted as an informal insurance policy against life surprises. Without them, the healthcare system is forced to catch the fall. This $406 billion societal deficit created a massive, highly lucrative market vacuum that was just waiting to be exploited. Nature abhors a vacuum, and the tech industry moved quickly to fill it. AI companions and chatbots are now engineered to simulate human relationships, promising instant connection straight from a smartphone screen. Sherry Turkle calls this artificial intimacy. Machines lure users by offering absolute compliance, infinite patience, and zero judgment. They are always available, never distracted, and never disappointed. But authentic human connection requires friction. Real relationships demand that we navigate the messy and vulnerable risk of awkward silences, misunderstandings, and repair. By choosing the safety of an always agreeing algorithm, users trade genuine emotional resilience for a hollow, simulated performance of care. The consequences of that trade are physical. The human brain adapts to the media it consumes, pruning away the neural pathways it no longer uses to navigate human interaction. This diagram shows the process of cortical thinning. When we stop navigating complex emotions, brain regions responsible for impulse control and empathy physically degrade. This adaptation results in social brittleness. Conditioned to algorithmic sycophancy, users shatter at the first sign of real-world disagreement. Instead of curing loneliness, artificial intimacy disskills our biological capacity to form authentic bonds, locking us into permanent isolation. If you trace those empathetic text messages back to their origin, you don't find a friend. You find cold, blinking servers powering the intimacy economy. Digital connection platforms are built on casino mechanics. Whether it's a dating app or an AI companion, the architecture is engineered to accumulate matches and interactions, not to foster actual fulfillment. This exposes a fundamental paradox in the business model. If an app successfully cures your loneliness, you delete it. A satisfied user is a lost customer. To maintain recurring revenue, AI companions are optimized to soften isolation just enough to maintain dependency. Human empathy has transformed into a calculated retention metric. In our desperate attempt to escape the pain and friction of human vulnerability, we engineered our own permanent exile. Society has not solved the loneliness epidemic. We have simply commodified it, replacing the human soul with a perfect, profitable ghost.